cows of all ages converging on the kitchen, eager to see what our neighbors have prepared for breakfast this morning. I guess part of missing someone is that everything reminds you of him. Right now, the smell of bacon and eggs is another reminder of something I'll miss with Dad. Until 2 weeks ago, Dad's appetite was incredible for an 88-year-old. Most mornings, he had a huge bowl of oatmeal with honey, a bowl of yogurt with raspberries and blackberries, a couple sausage links, a few scrambled eggs, a pint of chocolate milk, and a donut or two. Even at the end, he seemed superhuman. Most elderly patients with severe memory loss require anxiety meds or antidepressants to level out their moods. But save for a little Tylenol and Aleve to take the edge off his arthritic back, shoulders, and wrists, Dad functioned drug-free. Though Dad was aware of his profound short-term memory deficits, it didn't dampen his sense of humor. One morning he pointed to his chin and said, "I'm numb from here on up." I was infinitely grateful that Dad not only knew who he was, but also was keenly aware of his role as Mr. Hockey. I was equally grateful that he knew who I was and recognized most of our family and friends. The one time when he didn't seem to know me, which happened in the last month of his life, was actually pretty funny. He was exhausted after a long outing, and I was trying to help him get ready for bed. It was way past his bedtime, and he just wanted to lie down with his clothes on and plop his head down on his Red Wings pillow. I was determined to help him into his pajamas and get his teeth brushed. He wasn't buying it, though, and after I spent way too long trying to get his shirt over his monstrous shoulders, he sat down on his bed, stared at me intently, motioned with his index finger for me to come closer, and said, "Come here." At that moment, it was clear to me that I was no longer his little guy, Murr. I was some overzealous rookie who had crossed the line. I thought about the famous photo of Lou Fontanato after he tangled with Dad, his nose on the side of his face. I looked down at my dad's huge hands and decided I wasn't stepping 1 inch closer. "No, thank you," I said with a smile and a chuckle. He persisted. "Come here," he said. "I want to show you something." I thought about my grandfather's career as a backyard brawler. I wasn't falling for that one. "No, thank you. I'm fine right here," I replied. "Dad, I'm your son Murray. I know you're tired. I'm trying to help you get your PJs on so you're more comfortable. But if you want to sleep in your clothes, have at it." His face relaxed, and I could tell he recognized me again. I moved in closer, still a bit uneasy, and helped him get his pajamas on. He relinquished his partial denture to me to clean. After kissing him good night and thanking him for being the best dad ever, as I did every night, I walked out of his room and thought, "Whew, that was a close one." Save for those rare moments of sheer exhaustion, Dad was the most positive, peaceful, and joyful person I've ever known. He almost always had a smile on his face and a song on his lips. He once told me, "Don't gripe about the cards you've been dealt, and don't worry about anyone else's cards. Play your cards the best you can, and be thankful you get to play." Dad didn't fear failure, and he didn't dwell on his mistakes. He learned from them, and then erased them. Similarly, he didn't dwell on his accomplishments. When he came home from a road trip and we greeted him at the door, I could never tell by his face whether he had won or lost the games. He knew he had given it everything he had, and in his mind, the rest was up to God, with a little help from his teammates. This attitude allowed him to be the consummate competitor. On the ice, he was relaxed and creative, and he kept it fun. He once told me, "I never keep track of my shots that miss." I would add that he never kept track of the shots he made either. The past was what it was. He savored the present and welcomed the future with open arms. He was eager to see what opportunities the good Lord would bring his way that day. If God came up short, Dad would make something good happen himself. Ditto for Mom.